here we go. Hey, Andy here. If you don't watch your back, about to show you these grain bags. All right, just like when you're skinning a cat, there's a lot of ways to open a grain bag. Some are better, some are worse. First thing we gotta do is we gotta get some tools. One of the things I like to use is one of these guys here. It is a box cutter with this type of blade. That type of blade is very useful for when you try and open these grain bags. You'll see that here in a second. Another thing, if you ain't got one of them, you want to be real fun, get yourself one of these. That little spider code knife cost me $85. Way too expensive, but look at that little hot bill blade. All right, let's take a brief moment to appreciate the anatomy of a grain bag. As you can see, we got a big ass bag with some grain in it. Across the top of this bag, some stitchy boys sewn into the top to keep this thing shut so the grain don't fall up out of there. You know what I mean? That's right, that's right. All right, now take a look at the stitching here. It's made up of two strings. You got a blue one and a white one. If you know anything about sewing, you might recognize these strings as having like particular names. I'm not terribly familiar with sewing, therefore I can't tell you nothing about it. But I do know that one of them's name is Bobby. Anyway, you got one side of this bag. It's got both strings showing. On the other side of that bag, you got one string showing, right? So now if you orientate yourself to the side of the bag that has more strings than one, and you follow that stitching all the way down to the left side of the bag, and you take a real close look, you're going to find that at the very edge there is one singular stitch, and then a series of doubled up stitches going down towards the right. If you find that first doubled up stitch, that thing is about to be your best friend, man. I'm telling you, it's like you make him the best man at your wedding, dude. Now, if you give him a snipperoni, you are good to go. Yank on that stitching in the front and the back, zippy zoop, you got yourself an open grain bag. Dang, nice. Now, when you cut them strings, it's real important, because what happens is now you got a nice clean opening with which to put that grain from there into the mill. I'll show you why it's important, because we don't make no mess. Watch. Dang, look at that. Nice and clean. Didn't make a mess not nowhere. That's pretty cool, huh? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Andy, snipping them little strings is just too complicated. I just cut them bags open. Please allow me to inflict upon you the horrors of just cutting open a grain bag. Safety first now. We got lucky on that one, only a little bit of a mess. Still not as clean as I like it. Look at this mess, there's grain everywhere. No, man. Now you might be saying to yourself, Andy, that's some bull, man. Thomas Fawcett bags are notoriously easy to open. Well, how about this? Let's move on to this Best Malts bag, and it's a little harder. Let's try it out. It's still kind of the same deal, right? We got doubled up, two different color strings. We got orange and white this time. Over on this other side, if you can see that there, only one stitch. We're gonna look at our grain bag. We're gonna go all the way to the left. We're gonna find our stitchings that we like. There they are. Let's get our tool. Let's use this little knife dude here. Then we're gonna go on ahead. We're gonna get in to this one right here. Gonna give it a snip. Give that a gentle tug. On the back, go ahead and grab this string here too. And zoop-a-doop. Dang, piece of cake. Nice. All right, well, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. If you like this sort of thing, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. That would really help me out, because that would help other people see these videos, and that would be nice of you. Thank you. What would really be useful is if you go down into the comments, let me know if you got any pro tips or tricks about anything that's going on with them grain bags, or anything else you'd like to see in this brewery. I think that might be a good move too. All right, thanks.